Day, happy trading. Let's start off with our first trade. First trade we made today was Google. Oh, what we ended up doing, if we look at the 2 minute, we can even look at the 5 minute at the same time. We had a huge gap and we saw a large elephant bar right uh, right here. Which may be better to just say here, large elephant bar. So what we ended up doing was large elephant bar, second minute. We're waiting for this red bar to be eliminated. It gets eliminated. We buy. We set our stop really at the bottom. I mean, we couldn't afford the bottom, so it wasn't really at the bottom, but our maximum loss total was going to be at the bottom. That we weren't going to lose more than that. Um, Actually, I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. So we had an elephant bar, then we had a red bar. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger. Okay. So we had an elephant bar, we had a red bar, and then after we had the green bar takeout, our stopping point was right here, 50% of the bar or at the end of the red takeout. And we rode that up, rode that up, rode that up. In the ideal situation, like all those gaps, is to get about 50%. Um, Looks like it got there. I got out way early. As soon as it was getting around to about the 20, I got out just to secure the profit. Let's say we keep going down Google for the time being. Let's move over on the 5. Oof, 2 minute, same difference. So as you can see, strongest state of the 20 is a 45-degree angle. We have that 45-degree angle. We kind of have a tail bar off of this. And keep in mind that the 200 is squiggly. So we're going to say a tail bar off the 200 and boom. And now we have the up and then boom again. So there is the whale that we are always looking for. And where are the buy points? Here, here, and here. And that is doom, doom, doom. And I think so that leaves us to 12. We say we kept going. Do we get a buy signal? Do we get a sell signal? I took that as a buy signal, reason being it was off of the 20. And once we got a red bar takeout, it seems like I entered at the end of the bar, so it added me there. Then I added more at the red bar takeout, and we ended up getting out. Wasn't the best move, but we didn't lose too much more than one bar, so it was a great trade. Anything else? Okay, we're gonna say that's an elephant bar right here. Where's 50%? Right here. What you would want to do is you'd want to buy into this bar, set the stop right here. We know this is 50%. If it gets below 50%, it's probably not going to get to a higher high. Nope, probably not going to get to a higher high. What do? We're still on this 45. What we could do is, as soon as we get a green bar takeout, buy it. We know it's not going to get to a new high. But let's say, had we done that? We bought it here on the crossover, get our money back so we don't lose anything on the trade. I'd say, again, I think you can take this. But at the same time, it's so far away from the 20 that you just need to know that it's not going to have too much oomph or velocity on the down. So let's say we took this, let's say we took this, we moved the stop, and nope, we did get the little whale like we said, and we couldn't expect too much. Okay, here's towards the end of the day. We get another one, can't expect too much. And there's the end of Google for the day. Let's go to our next trade, which is Walmart. Let's start at the beginning. Start at the beginning, November 4th, November 4th. Let's move a little bit over. As you can see, one could say narrow state. And because this 200 is so far away from everything else, we just ignore it. Uh, so then we have that. Elephant bar crosses it by, you really didn't have too much. Again, it was so far away, you can't expect a lot. We can say we did get a nice takeout right here. It's pretty far away from both. Sell here, takeout, sell more here. You could even sell more here if you really wanted to, but those are pretty close. So you probably wouldn't want to do that unless you were just really trying to do something. And this dotted line is the previous close. So that has some support, and we get out here. Um, what we ended up doing trading it is we knew that the previous close had some support. You can see this level right here. So as soon as we got a crossover right here, we ended up buying, and we took that all the way here and got out here. Of course, that trade could have been improved because what are we looking for every time? Every time we're looking for the whale. So, if we can, like if it's a change of direction, we're going to look for the whale. So we had it here. Had we just waited, we got out a little early. We just got out, um, but waited. Maybe we got in here. This is probably far enough away to take some profit, leave one lot on, let it come back, and as soon as we get a bar takeout, I think a takeout of a big bar. So let's say the takeout of this bar or this bar, which would be in this bar right here, and we would just put more lots and ride it up. Let's see, does it go even further? No. And what did we decide to do here? We looked at this area right here as a period of resistance because we couldn't seem to get by it. So what we did, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like we did a buy here. Oh, that's terrible. So we did a buy here and then we sold and got right out of it. Um, that is a wasted play. And the lesson we learned today, just like golfers, you can say you want to go and get more birdies, but it's easier to just get less bogeys. Trading, you can say you want to trade more, make more money. It's easier to just eliminate your losses. So if we could just eliminate that, that'd probably be our best play. Let's keep going. Any moves, any moves, any moves. I saw a sell here. One, two, three, four. Looks like it took out four, four bars. We're going to consider that an elephant bar. As soon as it passes it, we get in. We're selling. Interesting. Oh no, 1 minute. I'm not 100% certain what I did here. Hmm. We were on Walmart. 2 minute. Looks like it eliminated our settings. Show executions. Hmm. Not too sure what happened there. That's the end of the day of Walmart. I guess we are looking at something new right now, and I guess I can point it out. We know that this area is support. We know that this is an elephant bar. Now, this elephant bar is breaking this eight. We can set the stop right here, and we can ride the eight. And as soon as it crosses the eight, we can get out. That's another thing that we can put in our toolbox. Let's go to the next trade. It was JPM or Chase. Chase. Now, this was a really good gap, and I think they call it gap and snap. But do you see how it gapped like this? Now, here's the 2 minute, here's the 5 minute, but do you see that gap on the 15 minute? This is the 200 Haas. So you're usually going to get moves off the 15 minute 200. It hit down. It hit down on this level of resistance and it bounced right back up. And as you can see, gap, wait for the green takeout, ride it. Or even as we just learned, we know that this is an area of support. We crossed the eight, we set our stop at the area of support, and we ride the eight, which would have been nice. What we tried to do for our next trade is if you look right here, it seems like there's this real level of support. Um, or you can see it, I guess, a little bit better here on the 15. So we knew once it got up into this area, it was a level of resistance. So this is that area. We were waiting for a tail bar or a what you call it? Uh, a bull bar or a elephant bar. We didn't really get one. I guess you could consider this one, but we could look at our old play. Hey, it crosses the eight, cross the eight, stop it, ride the eight. and it rode the 8 all the way till previous close. What we ended up doing is we sold here on the green bar takeout. It bounced and it went a little too high for our liking. We got out, and then what we ended up doing is we like that bounce play right here. We like the so we tried to play the green bar off of the 200, try to get it back to here. It came to the 8 and then it went straight down. That was a we put a lot on that one, so we had a loss on that one, but no biggie. First trade was a winner, of course. And then we went over Walmart. I think that was a winning trade as well. But let's keep going. So I think we can take this um, off of the 20 and off of the 200. Nope. We can take that one. Nope. Take that one right there. So that's another one I'm starting to really like. Um, Oftentimes I'll take it off the 200 right here. And what seems to happen is it's a little bit better if you take it here, and it's off the 20 and the 200, that seems to work. If it's here, it might work for a little bit, and then it comes back because it always comes back to the 20, and then it bounces off again. And what seems to happen is if it doesn't go, sometimes it'll retrace back and it'll have some action right at the 200, and then it'll decide, hey, up or down. This one, we're going to play that tail bar, set the stop right here. We get a nice red bar off of the 200. We're going to keep going. Nice trade. Let's ride the 8. Nope, get out. Although it looks like it went a lot farther. So you could look at it like this. We could say, hey, how we have been doing area resistance crosses the 8, stop it, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, get out. Let's see. Now here you can see within this boxed area, we have some buy, strong buy preference, I would say, and not too sure where we are on the other time frames, but that's strong buy. That's a strong buy presence. A lot of big green bars. So we want something off. So nope. Now is that a bull 180? I don't know. Maybe it is a bull 180. Let's see it. Nope. Now that one looks a lot better. Let's take that. Stop below. And it looks like that's a trade that we took. We took that a little late. It looks like we took it on the green crossover. We came out, dropped, went up, we got out. No, that's not what we're supposed to do. What we're supposed to do here, here, take the trade. It's a green supported area. You take this trade, you stop it, you put your stop here, and you ride the 8 until it crosses at the end with a bar that crosses. That's not a technical cross, or you just ride the 20 for all I care. We're gonna ride that at least try to get to the green. Bam, we hit it. But I think in this case, if I'm not mistaken, it went even further. Oh no, and I think this is towards the end of the day, but it did go further. So that was a trade that we made that we were profitable on. It was a good trade, but it could have been like we're looking at this one box, one box. That's one, two, three, four, five, probably six boxes. We could have got six boxes. We only got one. That's you want to stay in the game getting a lot of boxes. So let's move to our next one. We traded Amazon, and Amazon, a lot of them had the snap and pop as well. As you can see, it didn't. I think this is where it is. I'm not really 100% certain. Uh, um, it's here, so it's probably right here. Do you see how it moves up? But I don't know if that's like the chase move. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. There's no like, it's not off of anything, unless maybe you consider this area previous support, the high. So it's maybe off the high from yesterday. So again, what we're going to do, there's this area, green takes out a red, ride it up to here. And if you can, try to get here, or area support crosses the 8, set the stop. That's a pretty high stop. Try to ride that. We missed this trade. I seen it in real time, and it was the most devastating thing in the world. If you look right here, you see a tail bar off a 200 flat. That's a move that you want to take. So I didn't take it, but let's look at it. I mean, I took it later, but I saw it and I just didn't take it. I just didn't take it. Uh, so I waited for another entry. I could have done like a green bar takeout here. Here's a downward tail bar. There's another takeout. I waited for this because we're looking for this, right? So I waited for this to come back to the 20 and for it to take out that green bar, and then I just got this little sliver where I could have just got in here. That would have been my risk unit, and I would have got a lot more, or I could have just taken this like I should have. I would have got this, 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 and if I'm not mistaken, I think it kept falling. Yeah. So again, off the 200 tail bar, those are big moves. So I mean, you should. I mean, if one just did those, you'd be a great trader. And let's consider this. Okay, so it's only 12, 1 o'clock. Nope. I was waiting for it though. I just felt as if something, you can tell nothing really came, but I just felt something was going to come. But look, there's no real, I mean, unless you want to count this as support, it looks like that's what it was. There's nothing that's going to really stop this. This is just could fall forever, could fall forever, could fall forever. So we didn't really do too much with it, if I'm not mistaken. Hmm, looks like we did. That was us playing on the 1 minute. Shouldn't do that, but I mean, who knows? Because that looked a lot bigger than it was on the 1 minute. And what happened was I bought, and I sold and got out. I had a little too much. Then it came back up, and then I bought again and sold and got out. And I think I made up everything I lost. But at the same time, had I not been on the 1 minute, I wouldn't have made this trade. And what did we learn today? If you want to be a better golfer, don't try to get more birdies. Understand how to manage your bogeys. Or in trading, don't try to get more profits, manage your losses better, and you'll be a better overall trader. Hold on, computer went out. So I think we can count that as the end of there. That's Amazon. Then we traded XOM. Oh, there's all our trades for XOM, but just go to XOM. I don't know why it's so difficult. Okay. So here's open. This would have been a nice trade. I saw this and I didn't take this either. Maybe I'm reminiscing of something that wasn't true, but we can say that's not good. Flat, flat state, elephant bar off of it. This, take that right there. Or elephant bar, maybe not an elephant bar, but move off resistance, off of support. You can take that. Now let's see if it touches there. Yep. That what is an elephant bar off of 200. Stop here. See if it rides. Oh, that was the okay. I see where we were. Uh, we were right here. Elephant bar of support. Stop. Ride it all the way here. What we did is we took a, this isn't a flat state, but we took it anyway, uh, off of the 25, buy, buy more, and we ended up selling and getting out of here, which looks good. But at the same time, if our stop was here, we could have got here. We got less than half. So was it good? No. Could definitely be improved. Bim, 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 bim. And can you? I would take this. We're gonna say this is the elephant bar. We're gonna stop here. More, and then we would have just got stopped out. Now, is that a great trade? No, probably not. Again, like we're always saying, we're in that power area. This is a position of power. You don't want to go to the downside. You really only want to play up, just because that's the position of power. Okay, so then let's go to Uber and Uber, of course, flat state, position one, position two, position three. So it's in a position three, so we know we're going to play it up. So as soon as we get this green bar takeout, is that an area of support? Don't really think so, don't know. But we can still do that, ride it to here. And that's a nice trade. Leave one on, see if it gets any higher. No. Do we make, I know we make a move here. When is it? When is it? When is it? Where's 1 o'clock? Again, so we're starting to avoid, I mean, we still traded during it. I couldn't help it, but we're going to try to avoid 11:30 to around 2ish. Just because that's lunch. Who would have thought that people making a bunch of money have long lunches, you know? Who would have thought? So right here, you see how it's getting close. Oh, maybe it's just because I was zoomed out so far. But I saw this move right here off of it. Not really an elephant bar, but bigger than, 4 bars. It took out one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 bars. So I expected something. Came back here and I bought more, and then I got out. I left one on, um, and then I eventually got out here. And on here, this one right here, I was expecting this. So I got the um, power through the 8. You could set the stop here, kind of hit the 200, but the 200's acting like a 20 at this point. It's not flat, so we don't know what may happen. It may go boom, it may go boom, it may go boom. It went down, we got out, and then the move that we were wanting to take place here ended up happening a little bit later. And as you can see, it's off of the 20. And those are all of our trades for the day. I'm going to leave in an OV tip of the day. More than likely, it's going to be the one where he talks about when to quit, when it's justified to quit, when it's not justified to quit, and how long you can go. And really, the moral is as long as you're not hurting others, and it only affects yourself, you can keep trying this pursuit of trading your whole life because it's well worth it. Um, Hey, happy Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.